Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Welcome back to What's on the Playlist today. Today I want to talk about the album Sounds Like Fun by Tim Cavanagh, an image of which you will see here. Sorry I couldn't get a better image on the screen back there. Anywho, Tim Cavanagh was, well, still is, well, he really started out as a school teacher. You know, during the day he would teach school, and at night he would go and perform in clubs. And he quickly found out that it was his comedy music that got the best reaction. He has said that comparing the difference between teaching school and performing in clubs, the biggest difference was the drunks, which he let the principal handle. He had a few novelty hits in the 80s. He didn't actually put out an album until 1997, this album in particular, when he started working on the Bob and Tom Show, which is a nationally syndicated comedy show. He was somewhat of a regular for the show and was for, he may still be, but he was for several years. They helped him release his first album. I mean, he'd been writing music for over a decade, but hadn't actually put an album out. He was just performing in clubs and stuff and making his living that way until he got on the radio and yada, yada, yada. Of the, how many songs on this album? Of the 19 songs on this album, 7 of them have appeared on the Dr. Demento show. The one, my personal favorite, is a song called I Want to Kiss Her. Now, Tim Cavanagh's brand of humor is basically, he uses a lot of double entendres. Where he will, you know, he will substitute one word for another to change the meaning of the sentence. Or in the case of the song I Want to Kiss Her, the chorus line of the song is I want to kiss her but she won't let me. Now where you put the comma in that sentence can drastically change the meaning of the sentence, and that is where the humor lies. I want to kiss her but she won't let me. My family and I, that was one of the songs that I think when I talked about listening to Dr. Demento earlier, in one of my earlier videos, I had mentioned that my family and I listened to it on New Year's Eve, and that was one of the songs that had all 4 of us, my mother, my father, my sister, and I, howling with laughter. And so, you know, for years, I mean, back then I was buying lots of records and stuff like that, and I could never find an album of his. I didn't know he put any out until I managed to, out of curiosity, look and see if he had put one out, and lo and behold, I think to date he's put out 4 or 5. He's still performing and still putting out music. His last album, though, I think was put out in 2016. Yeah, for performing after a decade, he put out this album in 1997, his next in like 2000, next in like 2002, and then the most recent one 2016, I think. The songs aren't musically very good. He's not a clever musician. His songs are more about his clever lyrics. As far as it goes, you know, I bought the song based on my love of that one song. As far as the rest of the album goes, there are a few that I find amusing. I don't find the rest of the album as funny as that song I Want to Kiss Her. If you like novelty music, this is an okay album. It's fun. It's not. I wouldn't say it's necessary for you to have in your collection. If you do the streaming thing like most kids these days do, you could just go online and download that one song, I Want to Kiss Her, and be done with it. You know, you could demo the other songs and see if there were any that caught your fancy. You know, yeah, there's a couple in here. Drink Up, Chuck and Die. Get Drugged with Dignity. Let's Have a Drug-Free Christmas. I Don't Drink Anymore. Some funny songs, but unlike someone like Weird Al Yankovic, who is an actual genius, Tim Cavanagh is more just subtle, quiet, clean humor. He does a lot of corporate gigs, apparently. I was doing research for this, and I found out he's recommended as a corporate performer because his act is pretty clean. You know, even the songs I Want to Kiss Her and Safe Sex, there's no profanity. you know, any, you know, meaning in these songs is hidden behind double entendres and subtlety. So he's a clean performer. Having said that, he is still a lot of fun. He has written other songs which I've liked. I like this one that I'm tempted enough to buy one of his other albums because there are other songs that he wrote that I did really enjoy. I haven't heard anything, his more recent 2 albums, I don't know any of the songs on. His second album, I do know at least one song that I'd heard on Dr. Demento as well. I find it interesting that he wrote so many songs for so long and never ever put on an album. You know, he was just doing the clubs, having a good time, I guess. But yeah, that's my take on him. I give it a B. As always, thanks for watching. As always, my stuff is crap. And until next time, good hunting.